Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, hope you're all doing great, and welcome to the channel as well if you're new. In this video, I wanted to do a quick update, both on the news, both on the fundamentals of Celestia, and the technicals. All right. So we'll look at the technicals a little bit later, but we'll talk about the short-term effects and the long-term effects of the following, and that is this massive Celestia token unlock. Now, a lot of you have requested a video like this, and I personally have also kept my eyes on this quite extensively in the last couple of months. I knew this was coming, but this is one of the biggest token unlocks I've ever seen, all right, for Celestia, which basically means, if you don't know what a token unlock is that new tokens are brought into circulation, all right, so that basically the token supply is increased. So what that means, if you take the normal equation of price is demand times supply, all right? So if the demand stays the same and the supply increases, which happens with a token unlock, what normally happens with the price is that the price goes down. And therefore this is interesting. Now, that's a very easy way to look at this. I think in general there's much more to the story, and that's what we'll talk about, but let's get right into it. I mean, very simply said, what's happening today is that a lot of the R&D and ecosystem, Series A and B, so that's the investors and the initial core contributors, which is also kind of like investors, are getting their tokens. I'm not completely sure when it is. Some people told me it was 2 o'clock UTC, which is basically, I believe, in 45 minutes, probably 30 minutes after uploading this video. We shall see. It will be today at the very least, somewhere today, and they will get their tokens. And that's quite massive, because if you take a look at how much they're up, you can see that the Series A and the Series B are up at this moment a 50x since the Series A and a 5x since the Series B. So the logical assumption would be, all right, they get their tokens, they'll sell. Now, I don't necessarily think that's true, all right? What happens very often is that these investors that have bought Celestia for a much lower price sell their contract to get the tokens, all right? So they don't have the tokens yet. They know they will get them in the future, and other investors, etc., can buy that contract to get the tokens for a higher price than this, all right? So, for example, that they sold the contracts for 50 cents per TIA, then they're still up a lot, but it's still, they become less likely to sell because they are up less than the Series A and Series B, and that happens quite often. And then second of all, what happens very often in circumstances like these as well is where, like, a lot of people know this unlock is coming, and a lot of people know that this is ultimately or most often bearish. So what happens then is that a lot of people short Celestia, and that is also going on right now, by the way, and we'll talk about that later. But in bullish circumstances, so many people short Celestia while the market is strong, and what happens is that big whales push up the price. And what happens then is that a lot of people are short on Celestia, and the price starts going up, and they have to close their positions, or they get liquidated, and what happens then is one big pump or short squeeze, you could also call it, which could be pretty major, all right? And that is also, I mean, in general, what we've seen with Celestia is that in the past, we've had some of those short squeezes already, so it's not out of the question that happens. So short term, looking at the price right now and looking at the markets today are pulling back a bit. So that decreases a chance of some sort of a short squeeze, but I want to be very clear on my thoughts here. I think short term, with the amount of positions, with the amount of short positions being opened here, which is quite a lot, you can see that basically since the 27th of October, a lot of positions, that's the candlestick right here, a lot of positions have been opened. And in that same period of time, the CVD went down by a lot. So that means that these are mostly short positions being opened. And I think on the short term, it is most likely that they will get squeezed. Now, does that mean you should buy Celestia right now? No, all right? Personally, like I said, because Bitcoin is pulling back a bit here, I would wait for confirmation, right? So stick to the 4-hour time frame. If we can get some sort of a breakout, like for example, one of the levels I'm looking at right now, it's either like 5.15 where we have the POC, or 5.4 if you want to be if you want to be safe. Wait for the price to actually get some sort of a bullish confirmation or a bullish breakout. before entering. All right, because ultimately I do want to stress as well that I think long term, if you look if you look at these unlocks, if I can, because my computer is lagging a bit, if you look at these and if you look at the table, right, or if you look at the chart, like ultimately more and more tokens will be unlocked. Right, so this is going to be bearish for Celestia on the long term. I don't think Celestia is a great crypto to hold. Short term, like I said, if we actually do get some sort of confirmation, I do think buying this is the better option. But if we don't get a short squeeze in the next week or so, this is probably going to trend down lower than where we are at right now. So that's what I think you need to know. Short term, quite interesting to buy, but wait for confirmation. Long term, especially if we reach levels a little bit higher, I think this is best to short. And those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. If you have any questions, of course, let me know down in the comments. Or better yet, because the comments on YouTube are usually filled with bots, join my free Telegram or Discord. All right, we have a great community. You can always reach me in there. So hopefully I'll see you there. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.